Hello and welcome to Grand Park. I am Joel A. Erickson. This is Nate Atkins. We are Colts insiders for the Indy Star. Day 10 of training camp out here. The last day that we will see of practice when it's just the Colts on the field. Next week, Arizona's in for joint practices. My takeaway from the day, big day for the offense, specifically Alec Pierce. A lot of big plays down the field from Pierce. A crosser, a couple of nice crossers, a contested catch in the end zone. And then the highlight of the day was a deep ball to Pierce where Jalen Jones was trying to drag him down by the jersey, and he kind of just shook him off and made the catch anyway. Jalen Jones, this will be my football thing I love to see. Corners have never committed pass interference in the history of football, and Jalen Jones was trying to convince the refs that Pierce pushed off when it was very clear he had a fistful of Alec's jersey. That's just corners. That's just what they do. But really big day for Alec Pierce and also for a lot of the receivers.
Yeah, I'll play off that. My football thing that gave me joy is that corners also have never not caught an interception when it's in question. So Dallas Flowers had one in the end zone that they initially ruled a catch, then they said it wasn't. It clearly hit the ground, but man, did he argue his case. Like he could be a lawyer if this football thing doesn't work out.
Unsuccessful lawyer.
Yeah. Probably. But my big takeaway along those lines is A.D. Mitchell's playing in the slot, and we didn't know if that's what they would do. They hadn't done it yet. They just kind of brought him along as an outside receiver, but all of a sudden Josh Downs gets hurt, and they've got to adjust a little bit. And Shane Steichen made it sound like if we like a guy, we can play him in the slot and not overthink that. And it's just one practice, and there's a lot more that goes into it. I don't know that he's going to be able to, as a rookie, pick up all the pre-snap motions and such that Josh Downs was doing, but he looked fairly comfortable just running the routes from the slot, and it's a good sign to have that because last year an injury like that, they had nothing behind their top couple receivers, so that I think was encouraging.
Colts play the Broncos on Sunday. Starters will play. Not all of them. One or two will miss, but Shane Steichen said starters will play. Be ready for that, for the first chance to really glimpse the Colts in action. For the Indy Star, I'm Joel A. Erickson. This is Nate Atkins.
Anthony, obviously you've been in the league long enough to have some professional experience, but what do you feel like you need to improve on the most in quarter?
Man, I could give you a whole list, honestly. Man, discipline, constantly working on that day by day, just making sure I'm doing my due diligence and just staying in the playbook, being in the building on time, just showing off my leadership skills on the field. I can say accuracy, mental sharpness. I can give you a whole list, man. I just want to, get better and just continue to improve. So,
with how last year ended, what's like your thought process as you're about to approach this first snap in the preseason this year?
What do you mean?
Well, just like what's like on your mind, I guess, as you're about to return to the field after how last year ended abruptly.
I guess the main thing is just me returning to the field. That's pretty much the main thing on my mind. I haven't played a down of football, in a while. So it's a blessing just to have the opportunity to be able to get back on the field. So that's one of the main things on my mind right now.
Anthony, running out of the tunnel, I think you guys did that recently. What would that be like?
It'll be great. I get to, run out in front of the supporters and the fans again. They can see me, live in effect once again. So it's a blessing. I'm thankful that Coach Shane's let me play this game. I get to go out there and make a few plays.
What do you want to see out of yourself skill-wise in that one or two series that Shane said you would get?
Just prove to myself that, the hard work I've been putting in, is definitely paying off. Just me executing the offensive game plan, just me executing my position, just being out there and just enjoying it.
It sounds like Shane is really excited about the depth in the wide receiver room. What have you seen out of those guys so far?
Man, I've been harping on it, for a while now. We got a lot of weapons. I'm thankful we have a lot of weapons because I get to, share the ball, pass the ball around. So, I'm excited to see what the guys do this weekend, and hopefully we get to make a lot of plays.
Has that group grown in this training camp? It looks like they have taken some steps.
Yeah, for sure. Everybody's, been having some time in the offense now. Everybody trusts each other. Now everybody, trusts the game plan that Coach Shane, puts together for us. So everybody just relying on their instincts and their playmaking ability just to go out there and just have fun and enjoy it. So we just all been locked in.
Harry, you haven't been able to get hit, obviously, throughout camp. I would imagine you don't want to get hit Sunday, but, just the real threat of having somebody actually have a chance to put hands on you or whatever, how are you going to help you just in the process of getting back to playing football?
Man, I've been doing, a lot of different things just to prepare myself, for the contact of this sport. I don't think there's anything that people should be worried about, because I'm not worried about, getting hit or anything. I'm 100%, ready. My shoulder can handle it. So this is more so just being back on the field and just, playing football again.
So no mental hurdles with that at all?
Nah.
2 weeks into camp, what sort of foundation do you think you and this offense have kind of laid so far?
Man, that we have playmakers. I think that's what we've built upon. Coach Shane has put the offense together for our playmakers. And everybody's just been dialed in. Working on this offense. So just working on the details and executing and just mastering the plan. I think that's the foundation we're trying to build.
Anthony, how important?
Speaking of playmakers, what do you see from JT this year? You only had 2 snaps together. What can you guys provide playing together an entire season?
Us two in the backfield, it makes it hard for a defense just to cover the whole field, because they have to cover the wideouts, the tight ends. They have to make sure they're filling in the gaps for the run with JT. And then they have to worry about me, doing RPOs on the outside. So just having him in the backfield with me, is definitely going to put a lot of pressure on defenses. And I just expect him to just have a great year.
The part of you that's excited to see that on Sunday, where when you're actually able to be tackled, it's full go, just to see what you and JT can do together?
Yeah, for sure. I'm just excited just to be out there overall, but just doing it with my brothers, another chance, that's a blessing. JT and I didn't have many plays last year, but we'll have a few, this weekend. So I'm looking forward to that. Looking forward to everybody getting on the field and making some plays.
We're going to see a slide.
A couple more?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I showcased it last practice. I've been working. I've been trying to take care of myself.
How important will it be to finally go up against somebody that's not in a Colts jersey?
Man, I've been waiting on that, because our defense, they give me headaches sometimes. just some of the plays that they be making. Like earlier today, Kenny just going up and getting an interception, man. But, it's all about making us better as a team, making me better. They're veteran guys. I love playing against our defense, but it's time for a new opponent.
Do you feel a noticeable difference with your connection with the receivers that were even here last year, but even the rookies so far, and just your ability to connect with them as a quarterback?
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, we know the offense now a little bit better than we did last year. We know each other a little bit better than we did last year. So it's more so just connecting. But, I'm still learning our guys. I'm still learning, what I can do on the field, just finding different ways of getting the ball. So I've been working on that, and hopefully we just keep pursuing that, just keep getting better.
Anthony, last one here. Last one. Joe Flacco been for your development here in year number 2, and what you've been able to learn from him?
Man, it's great. Just having a veteran guy in the room, it feels good, because he's like that sort of relief, as I could say, because he's been through it all, he's seen it all, he's won a Super Bowl, and he's just like feet kicked up, just chilling. He's like, man, at the end of the day, it's just football. Regardless of the install that we have going on, the play scheme we have going on, it's just football. Just go out there and enjoy it. So, I appreciate Joe a lot.
Trey Sermon, free to fire away.
Trey, you've been with Shane Steichen for a few years now. This is the first time you've had consecutive seasons with the same team. What does this consistency mean to you, and what do you think you've got in store for yourself in 2024?
It means a lot. Like I said, it's my 3rd year going into this offense, so just having that under my belt, it's very beneficial. So I can go out there, I can play fast, and just execute my job.
What is the feeling knowing that that backup to JT role is more wide open this year compared to last year with Zach Moss now in Cincinnati?
It means a lot. It's another opportunity. Like I said, it's a very big role. I mean, in this league, you got to have two good running backs, keep each other fresh, keep each other healthy. So, I'm loving it, just competing, trying to get the job, and I feel like I've done a good job so far, but I know there's still work to be done.
You never got a chance last year to play with Anthony. So what is that like as a running back, to play with a quarterback who influences the defense the way he does?
It's great. It keeps the defense honest. They got to account for him just because he's a threat. I mean, he can run the ball very well. So, I mean, it's definitely exciting for a running back to just have a quarterback like that.
Mike Kelly said he saw a lot from Anthony's growth as far as leadership goes. Have you seen much of that this summer?
I definitely seen it. He's healthy. He's around the guys, and he's speaking up, getting everybody going, keeping everybody motivated, and that's what you need in a quarterback.
How important will Sundays be for this offense to really cement an identity for this year?
It's very important. It's another opportunity, to go against other guys besides our teammates. So, Just really getting in sync with each other, going against somebody else. So I feel like it's big for us, and I know we'll do a great job.
3 preseason games and then 3 joint practices in the next couple of weeks. How can you kind of build an offensive identity in those times?
I say the main thing is consistency. Everybody, working together, doing their job, and everything will really take care of itself. I mean, we got a great group of guys, elite players, great coaches. So, like I said, just being consistent with how we go to work, how we execute our plays. I feel like it'll take care of itself.
I'm sure you've played with a lot of talented coaches over the years, and last year we got to see some of what you're capable of in the game against Pittsburgh. So, what do you think your strengths are that you bring to the Shane Steichen offense at point forward?
I feel like that I'm a very efficient runner. I run hard and I also can pass protect. I know that's a big thing in this league. I mean, if you can't protect the quarterback, you can't play. So that's been a main focus of mine, just recognizing defenses just so I can be reliable.
Throughout your career, what has kept you, going when things haven't gone your way? You're now at opportunity to have the biggest opportunity in your career. Mm-hmm. So what's that balance of staying patient but also being hungry?
Man, it's definitely tough, but at the end of the day, I know I'm in the league for a reason. I know that I'm a good player, so I just have to stay patient and wait my turn, but just being consistent with how I show up, how I work, and how I prepare every single day.
Trey, we saw you catch the touchdown today. Is your ability as a pass catcher something you've worked on and tried to hone in on as you're trying to win this backup job?
Oh, for sure. I got a receiver coach down in South Florida, and I worked a lot with him this offseason just to sharpen that tool and make it more a part of my game. Because in this offense, the running backs are involved in the pass game a lot. So, that was definitely one of my main focuses this offseason.
What will it be like seeing Zach in a couple weeks when you go down to Cincinnati?
It'll be a little weird just because I was used to him being here and just joking around, laughing with him. But it'll be great to see him, and I'm happy for him. He got his opportunity there, and like I said, it'll be good to see him and catch up with him.
Thanks, Trey. Appreciate it.
I'll just start off. You guys saw the news on Downs. He has an ankle. I'm not going to put a timetable on his return. I know that he's going to attack his rehab like crazy, and he'll be back. So excited about that, getting him back when he does. I do. The starters will play a series or two, and then we'll get the young guys in there and give them opportunity.
All the starters, or maybe a couple that don't?
There might be one or two that won't be out there, but most of them will all be out there.
How unique of a situation is Anthony where he's not a rookie? He played last year a little bit, but not a full season. So how do you don't treat him like a rookie, right?
No, he got some experience last year with the games that he played in. Obviously had a good offseason, and the training camp's been going good so far. So it'll be excited to see him, out there on Sunday.
What do you want to see from the starting offense the most on Sunday?
Just execution at a high level. You know what I mean? Go out there, have a good first drive. That's the plan. Go out there, go down, try to score a touchdown on the first drive, communication, and no mental errors.
When you told AR, how excited was his first game in a long time?
Yeah, he's very excited. I can't wait. I'm happy for him to get back out there. It's been a long process for him going through his rehab, but he's attacked it the right way every day. And so to get him back out there with the guys on Sunday is going to be awesome.
Without naming names, are there guys that might not play this preseason, I guess?
What's that?
I said without naming names, should we assume there are guys that might not play this preseason?
Yeah, each game to game, I'll make that decision.
Next 2 weeks, 3 preseason games, 3 joint practices. How big are these next 2 weeks just for forming an identity?
Oh, they're going to be huge. We've been going against each other now for what it is, 2.5, 3 weeks, and to go against somebody else this Sunday and then next week versus Arizona for 2 days will be huge for our guys. And then going to Cincinnati will be huge. And just keep attacking every day. The guys are working their tails off. It gets closer and closer, every day. And I know the guys are excited for that.
What have you seen from JT? And last year they played 2 snaps together, him and Richardson. What does that allow you to do with that backfield?
The playbook's open to everything. those 2 guys are super explosive in the backfield. JT is a phenomenal runner. One of the best backs in the league. His vision, I don't think I've seen anything like it. Just the way he sees the holes is very impressive. He's got the nice little press the hole, the jump cut, and then boom, that burst to go hit it and score. So can't wait for that.
Coach, obviously it was pretty recent, but who do you think has stepped up the most in Josh Johnson?
Shoot, it just happened. All these guys. Obviously Anthony Gould has made some big time plays for us. Our draft pick from Oregon State, but all those guys are competing on the back end. Alec Pierce had a really good camp. Same with Michael Pittman. AD's had a hell of a camp too. So really excited about the full group.
Is that who you think we're going to see in the preseason game, Anthony Gould?
Yeah, you'll see all those guys. Yeah, for sure.
It looked like AD was taking some snaps in the slot today. Did he do that at Texas at all, or what about his skill set allows him to?
Yeah, I think the slot position, obviously, there's certain body types, but you can put anybody in the slot. You know what I mean? It's all about what route concept you're running and where you want certain guys. I mean, those guys are all interchangeable. I mean, that'll happen throughout the year. We'll move guys inside, outside. You'll see guys all over the place.
Has that unit, the wide receivers, have they changed how you view that group in a positive way?
Oh,
Since
absolutely.
camp started?
Absolutely. Just the growth they've made. I mean, obviously Pitt's, a really good player for us, been a really good player for a long time. Alex had a hell of a camp. 80's had a really good camp. Josh was having a hell of a camp. So I'm really excited about that group.
Shane, I don't know if you Buck or Juju today, are they dealing with rest days?
Yeah, rest. Yeah, rest.
Shane, I don't know if you saw Nick Cross's comments the other day. He mentioned, though, that if he could do it over again, he would do the same thing. So is this a message you have to kind of emphasize these guys about taking care of each other, being smart out there?
Absolutely. I mean, I had a conversation with Nick after practice that I'll keep private, but bottom line is it's a 7-on-7 period, and we got to stay off the ground.
Coach, it's been a competitive tight end room yet again. Who do you think is potentially edging out as the top guy?
I mean, those guys are all competing. I'm not going to single one guy out. I really like the group. All of them have different skill sets. Mo's been doing it at a high level for a long time. Granson brings a lot of good things to our room. Jelani's been stepping up in camp. Will Mallory. I mean, all those guys are competing like crazy.
Is there a thought to utilize some of those tight ends to kind of fill the void that Josh Downs being out for a little bit has?
Yeah, you look at all that stuff. You always want to get your best 11 on the field. That's the goal. But those tight ends, I mean, we feel really good about the tight ends, so we'll always look through those things.
Coach, what do you need to see from the free safety position?
I just want to see playmakers. You know what I mean? That's the biggest thing. Those guys are competing still right now, and obviously it'll be good to get in these preseason games, see what they can do, and then we go from there. But just making plays is the biggest thing.
Last one.
Is Ashton Dula dealing with anything?
He's dealing with the hamstring right now. Yeah.
All right. Thanks,
Good.
guys.
All right, guys. Thanks.